Hello, my friend. Welcome to your sleep story. My name is Stephen Dalton. I'm an Irish storyteller, and it's my great privilege to be the voice that you listen to as you go to sleep tonight. A lot of you have been asking for stories about castles, and being Irish, I've seen a castle or two in my time. So I decided to write this story about the Castle of Sleep in Ireland. If you like it, maybe I'll write others set in other locations. Let me know in the comments if you'd like that. This is a magical castle that was built with the sole intention of deep sleep, and you will be welcomed here like an old friend. Okay, let's do the relaxation session now, which will take a few minutes before tonight's sleep story. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow yourself to let go more and more. 10. Feel the support of the bed beneath you, or the floor, or whatever or wherever you may find yourself sleeping tonight. Just feel the support beneath you. And beneath that, the earth, our home. Feel the solidity of it. And with that awareness, allow yourself to let go a little bit more now. Just let go. Really let go. 9. Feel into your body now. Notice where you may still be holding. Maybe it's in your feet. Maybe it's in your hands. Maybe it's in your belly. Or maybe you're still holding in your face. You don't need to show your face to anyone now. There's no pressure to look in any particular way. So just completely relax now. Completely let go. Your body has worked hard for you today. It's time to let it rest. 8. The day is done. Whatever has been, has been. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever thoughts you may be having, they more than likely don't serve you right now. Thoughts on the day that was, thoughts on what is to come. Just see those thoughts. Welcome them. And then just let them go. And watch them as they float away like clouds in a night sky, or leaves on a moonlit river. 7. Peace lives within you. It is always there, waiting to be found, waiting to be seen, waiting to be felt. See if you can find the peace within you tonight. It is your constant friend. 6. You are safe. Allow my voice to be an anchor of safety tonight. A friend, a guiding, calming friend that will only ever take you to safe places, and allow that fact to help you let go a little more now. 5. This is your time. This is your moment. It is your time to move towards sleep. You have nothing to do now, nowhere to go. 4. You deserve rest. You deserve sleep. We all do. And so allow that fact to help you move closer and closer towards sleep tonight. 3. Begin to engage with your imagination now. Begin to see a beautiful little village, an Irish village, surrounded by beautiful mountains, and in the far-off distance, the wild Atlantic Ocean. Begin to see a grand-looking castle with soft light emanating from inside. A welcoming-looking place. A safe-looking place. Your grand and beautiful dwelling for tonight. 2. Allow yourself to feel a little gratitude now. Gratitude for this moment, for the shelter you have, for the ability to listen to this calming sleep story, and for the opportunity of rest. 1. Completely letting go now, as I tell you tonight's sleep story. There is a little village in the land of Ireland that few have ever heard of, let alone visited. If I were to describe it to you, you would think that I was describing nothing that special, really. Yes, the village has the cottages with thatched roofs. Yes, it has kind and welcoming people. Yes, it has all sorts of animals, like chickens and donkeys, wandering around and enjoying themselves freely. Yes, it has beautiful mountains surrounding it. And yes, it has a view of the ocean. Come to think of it, what I am describing does sound quite special. But the aforementioned reasons are not why this village has come to the attention of the ones who have been chosen to discover it. No, the reason this village is so special is the castle that sits atop a hill just to the left of the village. Now, this is no ordinary castle. For those who have been chosen to visit it, know it as the Castle of Sleep. There are 4 known castles of sleep in our world, each one strategically located in some of the most welcoming, comforting, and kind places on our planet. This is the Castle of Sleep in Ireland. And tonight, you are the welcomed guest. Only you, and if you wish, someone that means a lot to you can go with you. There are no other guests, and you are going to be welcomed into this sanctuary of dreams and sleep. So as you approach the Castle of Sleep, you feel welcome. The villagers smile and greet you, and the animals even seem to be welcoming you. It is late in the day now, the perfect time to be walking up the little hill towards the great castle. You see a star appearing in the early evening sky. A star of luck, perhaps. And you look around at the beautiful land of Ireland. This is a safe place. This is a place where you can forget everything and completely immerse yourself in this magical world. The castle stands above you now, a towering stone structure that casts an enchanting silhouette against the dusky sky. The heavy oak doors open with a gentle creak, and you are greeted by a distinguished-looking butler named Seamus. He is a local man from the village and has worked in the castle since he was a young boy. You can tell immediately that he has a kind heart and wants you to enjoy this place. His smile is reassuring, his posture impeccable, and his eyes twinkle with a hint of Irish charm. Inside the grand foyer, the air smells faintly of lavender and pine. The castle is beautifully lit by little glowing lights all through the walls. They seem to be candles, but you're not quite sure. They seem to glow from behind the bricks. Already this place feels magical and otherworldly. What lies in store beyond this foyer, you think? Seamus leads you into the grand drawing room, where you are introduced to the rest of the staff. There's Mrs. O'Brien, the cleaner, with her gentle hands and knowing smile. You can tell that you will be sleeping in a spotless room tonight. There's Miho, the gardener, who seems to have brought a bit of the earth inside with him. He offers a nod and a shy grin. Miho knows every leaf and blade of grass throughout the castle lands. There's the chef, Madame Clara. She isn't from Ireland. She's French, in fact, and her French accent mingles delightfully with the lilt of the Irish brogue. Then there's the castle's owners, Finian and Maeve O'Sleep. Their names are as whimsical and fitting as the tales shrouding their home. They reflect a lifelong devotion to this place of rest and dreams. They are a lovely old couple, their eyes sparkling with the joy of hosting yet more guests in their beloved home. These two have dedicated their lives to the quest for good sleep, so you are in very safe hands. Finian, with a voice as soft as a feather pillow, invites you to explore the castle now. Each room has its own story, its own charm, he says, leading you down a hallway lit by little lanterns that cast a warm glow against the oak-panelled walls. You follow the couple, and first you enter the Hall of Portraits, and Finian begins to recount tales of each figure, like the lady in a flowing emerald gown who loved to dance until dawn, or the stern-looking gentleman who Finian says had a penchant for stargazing. These are previous occupants of the castle, and each one of the portraits holds a figure with a kind face. You can tell that these past occupants were as dedicated to sleep as the present occupants are. This castle holds a deep line of energy leading to one place, restful, rejuvenating, life-changing sleep. You then ascend a hidden spiral staircase leading to what Maeve says is her favorite room. This room is called the Lantern Room. It is nestled at the highest turret of the castle and is filled with hundreds of lanterns. Maeve lights one, and the others magically ignite in a domino effect, bathing the room in a golden glow. Each lantern is crafted from different materials: crystal, wrought iron, delicate porcelain, and each lantern casts unique shadows that dance across the stone walls. The lanterns, Maeve explains, are lit every night to guide good dreams to the sleepers in the castle below. Descending back to the ground floor, you enter the tapestry chamber, where the walls are adorned with intricate tapestries that depict the castle's rich history. Maeve gently pulls aside one tapestry, revealing a hidden alcove with a small, cushioned seating area. She invites you to sit while she tells the story that is woven into the fabric, a legend of a great love story where two young Irish lovers galloped across the land by horseback, running away from a disapproving father, and found peace, refuge, and everlasting love within the walls of this castle. It is said that they slept for many months after their journey, and that deep sleep was to change their lives for the better, forever. You now move on from the tapestries and walk through a labyrinth of dimly lit, cozy, beautiful corridors. And soon you arrive in the scriptorium. This is a sanctuary for anyone who wishes to write while staying at the castle. It is known as a place of refuge for scholars and scribes. And now, It houses an enchanted quill that writes in an ever-changing script. Finian encourages you to whisper a thought or indeed a dream into the air, and the quill now begins to move across an open book, transcribing your words into a beautiful script. Read it now. See your dream come to life. This script, he explains, is composed of a magical ink that appears only under moonlight. This ensures that your thoughts remain private until the mystic light reveals them. Now you are ushered back to the grand foyer where Miho the gardener is awaiting your arrival, for he wishes to show you his world within the castle. And it is actually within the castle, not around the castle, as you might expect. The garden of the Castle of Sleep sits in the middle of the castle, so it is as cozy and safe a place as you can possibly imagine. Miho, with his gentle demeanor, leads you through a secret door that you would never have seen had he not shown it to you. Finian and Maeve tell you they'll see you in a little while, as you are taken to see the garden. Miho begins his tour. The gardens are designed to be a place of peace, where every element contributes to rest and reflection, Miho says, as he leads you down a little cobblestone path. The first feature he points out is a sprawling canopy of silver birches, their leaves rustling softly in the wind. A sound that Miho explains helps clear the mind and soothe the spirit. The trees are strategically planted in a circular pattern, creating a natural walking labyrinth for meditation or quiet contemplation. Breathe in this moment now. Enjoy the peace that is being offered to you. The good intention that surrounds you. The kindness. The safety. Near the center of the garden lies a small, clear pond. Its surface is perfectly still. mirroring the starry sky above and the ancient walls of the castle. Around the pond, Miho has cultivated a variety of ferns and low-lying shrubs that thrive in the soft light. The stillness of the water is meant to reflect the calm that we hope our visitors carry with them into sleep, he remarks. As you continue, Miho draws your attention to a peculiar grove where the trees seem to bear fruits of light. These are our dreamcatcher trees, he says, with a twinkle in his eye. During the day, the fruits absorb sunlight. By night, they glow softly, and they provide a natural light that fades as the night grows older and sleep gets closer. Perhaps in this moment you are feeling sleepier and sleepier, surrounded by this calming environment, this natural place. Then Miho shows you a series of delicate, bell-shaped flowers suspended from trellises, which chime musically in the gentlest wind. The tones are tuned to frequencies that encourage relaxation, he says. They can even influence dreams towards pleasant narratives. As twilight deepens during your garden tour, Miho leads you to a secluded section of the garden, known among the castle staff as the Glimmer Grove. Here, nestled under the protective canopy of ancient oaks, is a cluster of mysterious plants with translucent leaves that pulse gently with light. Miho explains that these are starlit ferns, a rare botanical species that harness the light of stars. The starlit ferns are special, Miho shares. During the day, they're indistinguishable from ordinary ferns. But as night falls, they begin to glow with a soft, star-like light. He carefully brushes his hand against one, and it responds by brightening slightly. as if acknowledging his touch. The glow from these ferns casts just enough light to safely guide our guests back to the castle after an evening stroll, he says. The light is soothing, a gentle, living nightlight that enhances the dreamlike quality of the garden and the view of the castle around you. Miho invites you to walk back towards the castle now, and as you do, the path lights up with your steps, creating a magical, interactive light show that feels like walking through a constellation. And soon, you walk back through the secret door and once again arrive in the grand foyer. The staff are awaiting your return, for it is now time for the enchanted Feast of Dreams. This is a unique tradition which unfolds within the walls of the grand dining hall. Here, the distinctions between staff and guest blur, for you will be dining with the castle's staff and owners tonight. Maeve and Finian are joined at the long, beautifully set table by Miho the gardener, Mrs. O'Brien the cleaner, and Seamus the butler. Together, they have prepared for a feast, not just of food, but of shared dreams and stories. The dining hall, bathed in the soft glow of candlelight, hums with a warm and inviting atmosphere. The table is adorned with a centerpiece of wildflowers and ivy, reflective of the natural beauty of the garden. Each place setting is meticulous, yet there is a homeliness to the arrangement that speaks of the informal, familial bond shared by everyone at the castle. As the first course, a savory tart filled with garden vegetables and herbs is served by Madame Clara. Finian raises his glass to toast this evening at the castle. 2 dreams, he declares. The ones we share tonight, and those that visit us in our sleep. Nods and smiles circle the table, and with that, the great Irish tradition of storytelling begins. Maeve goes first, her voice soft and rhythmic. Last night, I dreamt of walking through a misty forest where the trees whispered the castle's history, she shares. Each tree revealed secrets of past guests and ancient celebrations held within these very walls. It felt as if the castle itself was speaking to me, ensuring its stories are never forgotten. Miho, the gardener, then follows with a tale of a dream he had just a few nights prior. I found myself in a vast, sunlit meadow, he begins. But instead of flowers, the field was blooming with tiny lights, like thousands of fireflies. As I walked, each step caused the lights to rise into the sky, forming patterns and shapes that told their own story of natural harmony and peace. His dream perhaps reflects his deep connection to nature and his role as a caretaker of the earth. Mrs. O'Brien, with her eyes twinkling, recounts her dream next. In my dream, the castle was a giant loom, and each room was a thread, she explains. I was weaving them together, cleaning and tidying, and as I did, I created an amazing picture, showing the faces of everyone the castle has ever sheltered. It was heartwarming to see so many smiling, contented, joyous people who had been healed by the kind walls of this ancient, soothing place. Finally, Seamus, the butler, always the most reserved, shares a rare glimpse into his nocturnal imagination. I dreamt I was the castle's clock, keeping time with the heartbeat of the house, he says, his voice steady and clear. With each tick, I witnessed generations of laughter, tears, arrivals, and farewells under this castle roof. It reminded me that our time here is brief but vital, and we must cherish it. As each dream is shared, perhaps you feel a deepening of connection to these other humans. And now they invite you to share a dream you might have recently had, or perhaps one you look forward to realizing. Now, breathe in this moment of kindness, of welcome, of shared humanity, of vulnerability, of openness and friendliness, of healing and joy. The other courses of the food come and go, and eventually the meal is over. Everyone is feeling rather sleepy now. But there is one more room to see before you go to bed. Maeve and Finian, with a twinkle of shared secrets in their eyes, invite you to follow them. They lead you through a series of winding, narrow corridors until you arrive at a tall, arched door crafted from dark oak. Finian produces an ancient key, ornate and silver, and with a gentle turn, the door creaks open, revealing the castle's magical library. The library is a breathtaking spectacle. A vast room with high, vaulted ceilings, where the walls are lined from floor to ceiling with books of every conceivable size and color. Delicate lanterns float in the air, bobbing slightly, as if rocked by a gentle, unseen breeze. And the air is filled with the scent of aged paper. Maeve leads you to a special section of the library where a single book rests on a carved wooden stand. Its cover is made of soft, deep blue leather with gold embossments that shimmer under the lantern light, depicting a serene landscape that you recognize as the very castle grounds surrounding you. This, Maeve says, is the tale of how the Castle of Sleep came to be. A story close to our hearts. As you approach, the book gently opens on its own, the pages flipping slowly until they stop on the first chapter. A warm, clear voice fills the room, as if the book itself is narrating its contents to you. In a time of turmoil and unrest, a weary night, Serene dreamed of a sanctuary, not just for himself, but for all who sought peace and respite from the world's troubles. The voice begins. Now Serene wandered these lands, guided by a vision of tranquility that led him to this very spot, rich with ancient magic and serene beauty. The knight, with the love of his life, Lady Alana, and a band of devoted followers, built the first walls of what they called the Haven of Peace, stone by stone, and as they touched each stone, they passed on the energy of calm and restfulness. Their love was strong and pure, and it ensured that all who entered felt a wave of peace wash over them. As the years passed, the castle grew in legend as a place where anyone, no matter their past or burden, could find solace and gentle reprieve. Sir Eamon and Lady Alana dedicated their lives to the castle, transforming it from a mere haven into a sanctuary famed across lands, known as the Castle of Sleep in Ireland. It was their gift to the world, a fortress, not for war, but for peace, a place where dreams could be felt and realized, as if they were reality itself. The book stops reading, and you realize that now is the time for you to experience sleep in this sacred place. Maeve and Finian know it too. It is time for rest, to let go of everything. And so the kind couple lead you towards the very special room reserved for the guests of the Castle of Sleep. As you follow Maeve and Finian through the winding corridors, the gentle flicker of torchlight guides you to your sanctuary for the night. The door to your bedroom is opened by Finian, and the kind couple bid you good night and sweet dreams. You enter a room not just crafted for sleep, but enchanted for dreams. The walls of the room are adorned with a subtle mural that almost seems alive. It depicts a serene forest scene. The trees in the painting sway gently, their leaves rustling in an unseen breeze. And if you watch closely, the deer, nestled among the brush, occasionally lifts its head. The ceiling above is painted like the night sky, complete with twinkling and shooting stars that provide a soft, natural light to the room. These stars seem to glow brighter as the room darkens. In the center of the room stands a circular bed, suspended by silken ropes from the ceiling beams, giving the impression that the bed floats in the air. The finest fabrics adorn the bed, and it looks like a deeply welcoming place. As you approach the bed, a soft melody fills the room, and the floor, covered with soft moss instead of carpet, springs gently underfoot, releasing a fresh, earthy scent with each step, reminiscent of a forest after rain. You climb into the floating bed, and as you settle in, you realize why this place is called the Castle of Sleep. It is so comfortable here. And as you pull the duvet around you, the murals on the wall seem to deepen in their twilight colors, and the ceiling stars glow a little softer, a little more distant, and the melody of the walls fades, inviting the quiet of the night. And your eyelids grow heavy as the magic of the room takes over, beginning to weave dreams mingled with your own imagination and the ancient enchantments of the Castle of Sleep. The world outside fades completely, leaving you adrift in this serene, magical space, floating towards sleep in the heart of a castle built from dreams.